We want revolution.
Bookmarklets on standby.
Log online, fan page loaded and ready.
Player stats, loaded. Health check, go.
Weapons check. Ice check, complete.
We have launched for the Informant podcast in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Informant podcast. I'm Pistol Pete from Stockholm. Tonight I have Jana and Jennifer from each of their respective areas.
Whatever that.
That was pretty lame.
That was good enough.
We know where we're from.
They know by now, like that's kind of redundant to repeat that every time.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably
Well,
true.
now that Chester's not here, the whole saying Mig and all that, I think we can slide that.
You slide out.
Bring it in occasionally.
Yeah. He's like, did you call me Chainsaw Chester without the Mig first?
Because we don't call Jen ass the Mafia war loot lady.
Yeah.
I think everybody knows where we're at.
Yeah. So, unless you're new listening, and then in that case, then you need to know that Jana's Mig Death by Gucci, and Jennifer's the Mafia Wars loot lady.
So
Or
there
you can go to our YouTube channel and listen to
All the old shows, and you'd hear that. Yeah.
I wonder how many hours it would take to do that.
I don't know. Mike Nestor puts a lot of time into those, though.
I
so
know.
I don't know
Probably
if
a
enough
lot.
people realize that we have a YouTube channel.
And there's he added pictures to go along with what we're talking about.
Yeah, but they're limited. They're not the whole entire show. They're only 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So, because there's a YouTube limitation.
I thought we got approved to go past that.
Well, he did, and then I think he didn't, and then so then it was just easier to just always pull out the first 15 minutes of the show and then refer to
Oh, okay.
the actual post with the actual rest of the show.
Righto.
Mike can clarify that for sure, but I'm pretty sure that's what it ended up happening. So
He won't talk to us.
Yeah,
He's here.
I know.
hiding.
He likes the hopper too much to come out.
I'll poke my head out and say, yes, you are right, Pete. That's how it works.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah, we'll probably
Shall-
have to clarify though that our hopper is not the same as the bunny hopper that's out there.
No.
No, you don't want to be
Hoppers.
in the bunny hopper.
Yeah, not a preferred place for some players.
Yep.
It happens.
Yep. So anything new with anybody?
Not a lot. Just been trying to get into the new year here. House cleaning and stuff. Boring.
Mm.
I got a new car, so like suddenly I'm totally addicted to Sirius radio.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Just
I got
kidding.
Sirius.
I thought it was Cirrus.
I don't know what it is. I never had it. And so now all of a sudden I'm like, wow, they're playing all this stuff. I just want to sit in the car and listen to music now. So,
There's a channel for everything. It's like cable TV of the radio.
yeah, it's wild. I'm like, wow. It's cool though. So, that's about it. Just been driving around and cleaning. Fun. What have you been up to? Anything fun?
Not really.
Did y'all watch football this weekend? My Broncos lost.
Just a little bit in passing. We watched some of the San Francisco game.
I
Well,
only like it when it
that's
gets to
about
the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's always fun. I like the playoffs though because it's just all the excitement of, getting to the Super Bowl is fun.
Yep.
So what's going on in Stockholm?
Well, some good news. I guess Ike's out of surgery and doing well.
Oh, good.
As far as new Spocklets or anything, there's nothing currently available. We did, and I mentioned before that the Stream Helper got some updates that were pretty obvious if you reload it, that it now shows the counts of the different posts under each of the areas, and it also does a better job of collecting some more detail on things like on daily takes. If you click on those, it'll give you the items that are available in that daily take. So if you're looking for certain types of items, you can click on the individual link and then go collect that particular item from those people that have posted those links out there.
What do you do?
If you've used the stream scanner and you go to the daily takes and you click on one and you go to look at your log, on the log it'll actually show you which items are available on that particular daily take. So like if someone inadvertently collected, one attack point and left 3 health or 10% of their health available, you can go in and claim that.
Oh, okay,
Oh.
that's nice.
Yeah, so that's one of the things. There was some updates Martin did too with the operations to go ahead and be a little bit more detailed on the operations stuff. The one I think that a lot of people would like to see, especially in light of this latest extreme mission, is one that identifies when headshots are left on wars.
Uh-huh.
Just go in and do a quick scan and then turn up all the ones that got
Is it
headshots
doing
left.
that now?
No, it's not. But
Oh,
I'm
that's
saying,
what he's working on.
well, I don't
Oh.
know that he is. I've just
Oh.
mentioned it aloud that it may
Yeah.
Jen's all excited. She'd
trigger
be all
a
over
spark.
that.
But yeah, that's
I always sneak into the war room and steal the headshots.
yeah. Never shows up all season long, and then when there's a headshot need.
But I'm really busy, but I'm there when we get new war loot,
Yeah.
and I play my part. I post my wars, but the declare war feature is hard to remember to do sometimes.
Right. Well, and I found there's kind of like a little buggy thing and with that extreme mission that if you don't actually go to your declare war page after your war is over, so it actually pops up that little window that says you've won the war, then you don't get credit on the mission.
That says to win or to declare.
No, on the win ones.
Really?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
Yes.
saw something fishy.
It's
with
very
that.
buggy, and I was, because I mean, we do wars about every 8 hours, with the war group that Jen mentioned, and I post regularly. But the reality is, if you don't go in and actually go to your fight page or the fight link, and then the declare war page, and then let it pop up the window that tells you you've won it, you don't get credit on the mission as a win.
Okay.
And I was through 8 different fights where I've technically won it because we won the war, and I never got credit for the win on the mission until I realized that trick. And then once I did that, then now I can, as long as I remember when I go to start a new war, to go collect on the old one. So
Now, is this the only in the extreme missions, or did you notice it in the limited time missions?
I've never noticed it in the limited times. Those seem to be fine, but it just seems to be something weird about this extreme mission.
I thought that was fishy because it seemed like I was waiting for that task longer than I should have been. Because I was like, I thought I just declared a war.
I know. Yeah, you have to win it. Now, you don't have to win by getting a headshot. Technically, you win if you win, whether
right,
or not
but
they've.
If you find a headshot, you'll get credit too.
Right, it's a faster way to get it. If you can squeeze out all the headshots first, then you can do it well before the 8 hours every time you have to do it. You got a lot of time you got to wait in between.
Yeah, I didn't mess with it for the extreme mission because I had so many. You have to craft so many things that you end up waiting longer for that, anyways.
Right.
So I just figured. But I did notice some of them didn't count, and I couldn't figure out.
And that's
why.
exactly what's going on. And I never, since I've got it under control now for myself, I figured it was worth mentioning for others out there. And I'm sure there's others that have just taken the path to go to customer service and say, look, I won a whole bunch of wars, and they probably just finish it for you. But
Yeah.
I'm kind of one of those, I like to solve my own problems sometimes.
I discovered something too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What you got?
Well, on the secret district, I finally finished. Like, I stayed on bronze to loot my 50 items.
Right.
And I'm glad I did because some people are having problems with their loot drops as they get higher up.
Right.
So anyways, I advanced. I got my 50 of everything and I moved on. So I finally got to the ruby level and I finished my last job. So I was anticipating the pop-up. It never came. And I wanted to brag about it because I was proud of myself. And I didn't get it. And then I was like, oh, let me check my inventory. I didn't have the loot item, but everything said 100% mastered. So I wrote to customer support and I made a blog post about it because I figured I had seen other people complain about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't really understand what they were talking about till it actually happened to me. And then once I made the blog post, some people commented that if you do a secret district or any district for that matter, any of our destinations, if you complete it by asking your Mafia to help, like once every 24 hours, you can request 10 people can help you, and
Right.
each one contributes half the mastery of that job. And if you master it that way, if your last job is done by people helping you, it's not going to register that you mastered it, and it will show 100%. So what you have to do is you have to go back to that job that you asked for help and click it once.
Huh.
And So I got the item from customer support because they upgraded my gold to ruby.
Right.
And then after I saw those comments, I went back and I did it, and I got the pop-up, and I got another mastery item. I shouldn't admit to it, but they can take it if they want.
Yeah.
But and it was funny because I saw that they put this in the known issues, and it said they were working on it, and if you know of a workaround. So I clicked on the link to submit a workaround because I knew exactly what was happening, thanks to the people who commented. And there's no way to submit a workaround on the forums that I could see. So I was like, here I'm taking my time out. I could just post it on my blog, which I probably will. But I decided, since I searched for it on the forum thread, I might as well submit the workaround.
Right.
And I wasn't able to.
Man, what a mess the forum is.
So that's why our bugs aren't getting fixed, because the people that know how to fix them.
They're not getting the word to the developers.
Unbelievable.
Oh,
So-
boy.
Wow, so if Zynga listens to this show, they'll know
Two fixes, yeah.
Yes.
Or at least two problems that can be fixed, but those
Right.
are the workarounds to them. So let me think what else we've got. Jen will talk about the new poker game, and the big question for us is whether or not we'll write a Spocklet to do it. Timing wise, I'm not sure if it's going to be worth it, because it's only here for so many days, and if they don't make it, and if they don't make it a permanent feature of the game, then there's probably there's not a lot of sense writing something to do it, unless we all get bored of tired of clicking, and we may just create something small. It's just like a little pop-up window that just goes and
Does it all
draws the
right.
cards, and then clicks whether or not to show, and then goes back and draws some more, and then just goes and just keeps repeating until you run out of cards. So that may be something we may throw together.
Do you guys like the poker game?
Yeah, I don't mind it. I kind of torn a little bit about what's the value. I mean, other than something different. I mean, I guess what I'm saying is I've found that just playing by just drawing the cards and then having the show, you got about the same odds as you do any other way. So just seems like the way to go.
Well, that's the best strategy.
Right.
Is just don't draw, because every time you draw, you're potentially wasting more cards because you're probably not going to get what you want. And you have to figure you get 5 cards a game, so don't waste them.
Right.
Take your losses like a man and move on. Because you're going to lose about, it should be 50-50, but it seems the odds are slightly better to the player. And to actually finish the event in the allotted amount of time, you only need a 42% win rate.
I kind of like it. It distracts me, though, from the game. All of a sudden, I forget that I'm playing Mafia Wars and I've just been iced.
Yeah.
But I kind of like it. I just want more cards constantly is my problem.
Yeah, and that's going to be a challenge. I mean, since there's not loot you get at every step of the way, well, except for Jen can talk about that too, but putting that aside, hang on a second. So what I'm
we're kind of doing the salt ass
yeah, we're kind of catching a lot of stuff. Maybe you should have talked about it all, and then we could talk about it.
Yeah.
So there's nothing really new going on Stockholm. So what's going on, Jen?
Hey, Jen.
Oh,
what's up?
We have Mafia Poker.
Awesome.
And Mafia Poker was introduced and then it was pulled. Like every new feature that's not copy and pasted, that always happens. So it was pulled for about 3 to 4 hours. And of course they don't stop the timer when they do that. And then they never give us the time that they took when the event was pulled. But it's actually a version of poker which is known as 5-card draw, where you get 5 cards, your opponent gets 5 cards, and then you can discard and get new ones. And to me, if there's no betting involved, it's not real poker. So by taking the betting structure out of the game, it simplifies it. So there's a lot of people out there who don't know how to play poker, and they felt they were at a disadvantage. But when you look at the odds and the probabilities of hands that you could be dealt, you're much better off just getting your cards and clicking show and take your chances to win. Because, one of the hands you could win with is a high hand card. Like if you have a king and her highest hand is a queen, then you're going to win. So don't be trying to get the best possible hand, because all you're doing is wasting cards. The only way to get cards is through the free gift system. Well, of course you can buy them, but I don't think there's a need for that. And we can accept 250 gifts a day, which that was recently increased from 200. So you're gonna need to accept as many cards as you can. You know, think about the other gifts you want to keep. Like some people didn't load up on welding torches, and now they're kind of sorry they didn't do it that way.